What is going on, everybody? Roy here, coming to you with a 1v1 between Nestea and LiquidHaypro. So today it's going to be a ZVZ on dual site, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So today is December 10th, and most of you guys don't really see this day as being too significant. Maybe some of you do. But for us at Killspree Gaming, we are seeing this day as something pretty significant because it is Lost Raven's birthday today. So if you could like this video, comment, wish him a happy birthday, all that fun stuff, we would really appreciate it, and I'm sure he would too. So anyways, we're going to dive right into the game. Basically Zerg versus Zerg, I think it's really a battle of whether or not you can defend a fast expansion, and if you can, you pretty much win the game. And if both players decide not to go for a fast expansion, they decide to go for banelings and speedlings or roaches and +1. It really comes down to that first timing attack. And this game is actually fairly long, I guess in my eyes, for ZVZ. So we're going to see what happens. I haven't watched the game yet. I haven't really paid attention to any of this, really. I'm just kind of watching it for the first time now and doing the video about it. So it's the way I like to do my replays. I mean, sure, I don't really understand what's happening, but at least I won't get to ruin the surprise for you guys. So we do see LiquidHaypro putting down his gas, and we're not sure if he's going to cancel it. Most likely not going to, because it's not a significant time where he would cancel it. So he may be just going for that gas, then going for a 15 hatchery. We do see that actually Nestea is at 15 hatch, he's actually at 15 drone count right now, and he is going for that 15 hatch, putting down his drone and putting down the natural expansion. So this will most likely be fired, followed up with some droning. We don't see the standard spawning pool and then gas. We do see Nestea. I'm getting my names jumbled. We do see Nestea just kind of go for that drone count first and then going for a spawning pool. But the reason it could act actually kind of bad in his favor is because LiquidHaypro's spawning pool is almost done right now when Nestea's is just getting started. But so by the time Nestea's finishes, you know, the units could already be at Nestea's base. But then again, if he defends this natural hatch, if he is able to defend against that first initial attack from LiquidHaypro, he will be ahead as far as economy goes, and he will overall most likely win the game. So we do have metabolic boost going down. We do have the queen started, and for Haypro for Nestea, again, getting those names jumbled up. I can't get that shit messed up because you guys are gonna think I'm so confused, but I'm not. Fuck. So we almost have that spawning pool up. He will be going for metabolic boost most likely because he is putting his drones on gas, and Haypro actually pulled his drones off of gas, so that kind of suggests that he may be just going for a heavy drone count, maybe putting up some defensive structures such as Spinecrawler, like you see with Nestea. I don't know how I feel about this though, because if you look, he's putting a Spinecrawler down at his main entrance and not at his natural hatch, so the Zerglings are going to have easy access right to that, and he actually decides not to go for it, and will be pushed away by those Zerglings. Nestea just has excellent control of his units and is always aware of what's going on. LiquidHaypro is going to lose one Zergling most likely, and the queen will probably take it out. And as well, the second queen pops, and Nestea as well did an excellent job of scouting with that Overlord. He will actually see that there is a natural expansion for LiquidHaypro, so he will most likely be trying to push out some units and possibly going in for an attack. Because as of right now, if we do look at the income, we do see that actually it's kind of actually about even right now. Maybe going a little in Nestea's favor, in my opinion. Just because he's had that hatch up for a while, all he really has to do right now is drone up, and then he'll be A-okay. And the queen may actually take out that Overlord, so he will probably have to produce another Overlord. It may just barely get out. Hopefully it doesn't get taken out, because that'll be a huge, huge problem with Nestea. And it actually will probably get taken out. And yes. No! Barely getting out with 10 HP. Nicely done by Nestea. Very, very close. So we do have kind of an all-in attack going in right now with some speedlings. And again, Nestea just has very good control of his units. He's kind of, like Vanek said in the last game on Machinima, which I don't think it's actually up right now. But anyways, as he was saying in the game, you know, Nestea plays a really cool, he's in very good control of his units at all times. Very good with the defensive structures. He's getting tons of Zerglings out. But LiquidHaypro, he's going for mostly a all-in attack, just trying to pump out as many Zerglings as he can, not producing any drones. And likewise, Nestea is going to have to produce Zerglings and no drones if he's going to want to defend this attack. And it actually looks like LiquidHaypro is now ahead, just as far as supply goes, and as far as workers go, I believe as well. Let's gonna quickly take a look at the units tab. We do have 16 for Nestea, so he's actually ahead by workers, even though a lot of the workers got taken on that attack from the Zerglings. But overall, Nestea doing a very good job of defending this attack. He is pumping out enough lings to defend, but it is 29 to 13, as well as one roach on the way for Nestea. So the roach isn't really going to be so helpful as far as defending against Zerglings, but it will definitely take that tank the damage a lot. And if they can just sit in the back like this roach is right now and not get swarmed, they will be actually able to do a lot of damage as far as the range goes. So right now it does look like Haypro is actually going to be unsuccessful with his attack. Nestea actually has enough lings to defend as well, though he has those roaches in the back just to sit back and kind of do a little bit of damage while the lings just kind of take up all the Zerglings' attention. So we're going to look at both players again right now, and we're going to see what they're up to. We do have Haypro spreading that creep, and I don't think that Nestea has actually done that yet, but LiquidHaypro again just really wants to take out that expansion. And I mean, you know, rightfully so. If he does take that expansion out, he knows he's going to be way ahead as far as minerals go. But you got to imagine, pumping out this many Zerglings, it's really going to put him behind. If we do see, he is actually putting up some drones, so he realizes that once he gets rid of this hatch, that's pretty much it. He just has to kind of sit back, drone up, get his mineral count up, and then just kind of basically starve Nestea on one base. And he actually did just get rid of that hatch, so yeah, he's going to be able to do that. He has 23 drones to 13 drones, and it may have actually looked like that all-in attack ended up working. I mean, I think, honestly, the roaches was a little bit of a bad idea by Nestea, just because, honestly, if you're going to use the gas for roaches, you might as well put them towards banelings. That's just my opinion. If your opponent's going all-in Zerglings, then you have the option of making banelings. If you can get one really nice hit off on your opponent, basically their entire army is gone. I mean, the roaches are going to be really good at tanking that damage, but that's just my opinion towards, you know, Zergling attack. And no like disrespect at all to Nestea. I think he's by far one of the best Zerg players. Definitely a hell of a lot better Zerg player than I am. I'm just saying that's what I would have done in the situation. Instead of getting roaches, I would get a baneling nest. But you know, everybody does what they want to do. So we do have an Evo chamber going down. We do have actually a roach warren as well going down for Haypro. So it's pretty much going to null out the fact that Nestea got roaches. And I can just kind of tell right now, I think if the game keeps going the way it does, I believe Haypro will actually win this game. Because he has a very nice defensive wall set up with those spine crawlers. He does have the 2 Evo chambers, and that pretty much leads me to believe that he is going to go for some upgrades, obviously. He is putting down a 3rd gas, I believe. Actually, just his 2nd gas. I don't know why he wouldn't get this one as well, but whatever. He does what he wants to do. He is actually most likely going to get that layer soon. Would imagine he would once he has the gas to do it. And if he pretty much does that and also keeps up this main defense of this wall up, and also keeps Nestea on one base, Nestea could be in a bit of trouble. Doesn't really matter how good of unit control you have. Roaches and Zerglings aren't really going to do much against a Mutalisk, or against, you know, upgraded units, or, you know, the roaches of LiquidHaypro now. So he's actually getting +1 for his roaches, and there we go. Actually, boom. I don't know when he put up that baneling nest. Maybe I should have been paying attention to the production tab. But there we go. Yeah, we do see some baneling action. So roaches are going to be able to tank some damage, do some damage in the back, and hopefully the banelings can get a good hit off those Zerglings, or maybe some drones to really set back LiquidHaypro. And a couple lings going down, or sorry, banelings going down without actually getting off any hits. Those banelings really need to go attack those lings, or they need to go attack those drones. And man, I don't think he actually got one good hit off of those banelings, and that's just unfortunate because, I mean, all the banelings are now completely grouped up. All the Zerglings are pretty much, I believe, where are all the Zerglings? He had so many Zerglings, now they're just kind of, I guess two banelings probably hit off, but really not too many hit, and he didn't really take out any drones as well, so that attack really kind of blew up in Nestea's face, and now Nestea has put, yeah, man, I'm awful with names right now, but yeah, LiquidHaypro pretty much defended that attack very well, and Nestea really wasn't able to do too much damage. He's going to go for that expansion, but now that HayPro sees that, he's probably going to be pushing some more units out towards there to try and keep him on one base. And yes, we do see a lot of roaches moving down, and they also do have that +1, I believe. Yes, the +1 completed, so they are actually on +1. So +1 roaches. That's a lot of roaches, especially for the fact that Nestea only has 4 Zerglings. I mean, he has really, really good unit control, but against that many roaches, it's just not something that that I think he's going to be able to defend against. He's going to probably have to cancel that natural, obviously. That's just too many roaches to deal with. Once he cancels that, he's going to have to try and produce some units, but I don't think he's going to be able to produce that many units in that amount of time. That's 22 roaches total, and I believe there's more on the way. Yes, there's 3 more on the way, against about 5 roaches and a couple banelings. Banelings aren't really going to do too much. Going to try and put down some spine crawlers, as you can see, but really, I think at this point it's just GG. There isn't really too much you can do against that many roaches. And actually, HayPro moving down his spine crawlers as well, kind of going for some cheese. Would have been really heavy cheese earlier on, but yeah, really not going to be able to do too much. And we will probably see the GG within a couple seconds. And that is GG. So basically the main key to victory for HayPro, I don't really like the way he played. He played really aggressive, which is kind of the way you're supposed to play in the ZVZ, but it almost seemed like he was trying to force the win because he wasn't confident enough that he could beat Nestea in the later minutes of the game. The keys to victory for HayPro was just keeping up the constant pressure. Since he delayed his own expansion, he was able to end up taking over Nestea's expansion and keeping him on one base, basically starving him for minerals. As well, he had the good unit compromisation, and as well ended up massing the roaches at the right time, went for a good attack. And as well, if this game would have went a little further and he kept starving Nestea on one base, he would have been on 3 bases. So would have been over either way. So I hope you guys enjoyed the replay. Hope you guys wish Brent a happy birthday. Lost Ravens. That's who he is. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I got all I want to say in. So, this is Roy signing out. Peace.